Quaid actually got a max out, but to keep the order proper in the spreadsheet, they just took away a point because he's currently in second. I suppose we could have just done a total of your 2 scores if you max out, but you know, every solution works the same. It's the same result. Thank you, Kid Onion. I want Jonas and Heather, though. I love them. And if you want to watch me compete, I will be in the finals tomorrow on this channel for Nintendo World Championships, because unlike Classic Tetris at level 18, I can play Tetris at level 0. JD Joseph Saley is in first place with a double max out at a 980 as his 3rd score. So unless we get any double max outs in the next 20 minutes, that #1 seat's pretty safe. Thank you. Chris Tang will be in the special finals as a Nintendo World Championships alumni. Right now the #1 seed in that tournament is Packy619. I think he's a chat favorite. He is my friend and rival. It's nice to see him again. It will be stuffed. It will be streamed on Retro City, but we also got permission to stream it on CTWC. So a lot of legends will be playing tomorrow. Adam with 350. You're a Tetris master. The game says so. Look at that.
This is what I bought, you guys, at the expo. Famicom Tetris.
Famicom Tetris. Press up to rotate.
A big piece of the history. So are people just scrounging for food at those food carts?
I have not gone outside.
Oh, Trey got that for you, that's right.
Thank you so much. I need to pay you guys back somehow. Oh my God, you need to get Tetris 2 plus Bombless. You've played that one? I think Bombless is the Tetris 2.
I played Tetris 2 for Nintendo.
Right, I think that's the same. I don't know the exact translation of the versions, but it's... What's the difference between NES Tetris and the SNES version with Dr. Mario? Well, the controls are different. The DAS, which is the delay auto shift when you go left and right, it's a little easier to go left and right on the Super Nintendo version. Plus, as Adam has pointed out earlier in the broadcast, it's got the worst sound effects. Like when you get a Tetris, you hear like a screeching cat, but in Super Nintendo sound chip form. But it's a good game, but it has its quirks and, you know. Harry again is attempting that last minute max out.
I mean, the best part about NES Tetris is the Tetris sound.
The bling bling.
That's money. Cha-ching.
Right. Like it's even true with like Super Mario Brothers. The 8-bit coin sound is better than the 16-bit coin sound.
Yeah. They tried to fix something that wasn't broke.
Right.
Super Madness is going to be on the plaza stage outside at 2 o'clock. That's 15 minutes.
Okay, Bombless is not Tetris 2. Thank you, Tetris Crab. And Tetris Crab is not a Tetris Lobster.
That's where you can get one of your pins.
You stop too.
We'll do like a
Boom Tetris for Harry. 80% Tetris rate. I'm sorry to, you know, curse the game like the announcers tend to do. You don't talk about no-hitters in the 5th inning, but I don't care. 80% Tetris rated, 116. Thank you, Kid Onion. The paycheck will be in the mail. It is bad programmer. But I don't curse this game. That is a deity known as RNGesus with a G.
He said I could hop in and get a lunch.
Do it, do it. This is D-Lo. Dave Lopez is a friggin' legend in a real sense.
We're still doing our part to slowly erode all meaning from the word legend. Is that what's happening?
Well, that's not fair, because D-Lo was a finalist not only in the 1990 Nintendo World Championship, but also the 1994 Nintendo World Championship. So if you had a combination of Tetris and Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball Home Run Derby, he would destroy everybody.
What were the games in 94 again?
94 was Super Mario Brothers The Lost Worlds. Level, just race through level 1-1.
Okay.
Then it was Mario Kart, the first level, the Mario Cup first race. And then it was Ken Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball. That's the full name. You gotta say the whole thing out. And it was a home run derby. And it was interesting. Yeah. It was right there at the top. It doesn't go up there, it goes on the side.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
build the well up, and then you put the lawn bar on the right side. That's pro straps from Chris Bidwell.
Right, exactly.
Take that and you will get hundreds of points. But so
to change the name.
Oh, should I change the name? Because you're not Cornelius. Let me get my grease off my hands so I don't get it on your lovely laptop. Yes. Ken Griffey Jr., the interesting thing with the home run derby, the way it's set up is the first player was like the crappiest player available, and you had to hit a home run with them. So you have to keep using that crappy player, and then you got the second better player, and then you got up to Ken Griffey Jr. So if you hit, it got easier as you went along, but the time limit.
You had to do really well in the first two games.
Yeah. Right. So if you could. It got easier as you progressed, sort of like Tetris, I guess, with the NWC, where you're starting at level 0, it's kind of a pain in the butt.
Right, and you're not scoring that well.
Right.
All right, so let's keep our eyes peeled. Looks like Harry has a solid chance to get a max.
Yeah, he needs this. We're all rooting for him.
He really doesn't necessarily, it won't change his fortune in the bracket that much.
He might get to number 2.
Either way, he's going to have to play Quaid in the semifinal.
Boom, Tetris for Harry.
It would prevent him from having to play Trey in the first round. So,
one and change will do it with 9 lines to go.
Needs a little help.
Drought, burn it, burn it. There it is.
Boom.
990.
He does not actually need a Tetris. He can take a triple.
He needs it. Just take it.
This is a cool.
Come on! Oh no!
And that did end with a drought. Did anyone see what was the drought? I missed it.
It's so sick, man.
Harry's feeling sick. He said it's so sick.
You know what? Take that fire, save it for the bracket.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Harry should conserve his strength for the bracket.
Don't blow it all out here, man.
We're rooting for Harry to take a break. Anyway, we're gonna force a lunch break on people at 2, so 2 o'clock, you guys. We're going off. We're not gonna play any Tetris. We're gonna make sure everyone gets their heads together for the bracket at 3. So there will be an hour break.
Okay, there no silly stuff.
Nah, I don't think so. I
Okay.
think we want to encourage people to, take a breather. Yeah.
Buy crappy Famicom games.
Yeah, go get yourself a piece of garbage to cherish for your rest of your life.
I know, it's great.
And no, I'm sorry, I like collecting video games. I'm just joking.
I picked up, I don't even know what it is. It was the simple Tetris for PS1 import.
Tetris Worlds?
No, this is an import one.
Okay.
So the Japanese lineage of Tetris is way different than ours. Like Nintendo Tetris isn't that big over there. It was Game Boy and Sega Tetris.
Right.
So, and then
Sega
TGN
Tetris
came around
evolved
later.
into TGN.
Right.
Yeah, that Tetris family tree is really interesting. I hope to produce some videos that help tell that story, actually, because we've all seen some great Tetris history videos regarding Alexei and Hank Rogers and the fall of the Soviet Union and that kind of thing, which is all very interesting. But what's also just as interesting is all the different iterations of Tetris and how the game evolved.
Right.
A little more inside baseball stuff, but I know our core audience would find it interesting.
I certainly do.
You know, you go all the way back to, a lot of people don't know this, but you go back to the E-Lorg, the Electronica 40, was that what it was?
Right, whatever the monochrome computer.
Yeah, with the green pieces that were basically created from just the regular text.
The ASCII graphics.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't have any kind of elaborate scoring system surrounding singles and doubles and triples, so that came along later. When Hank Rogers came along, they developed that. And to me, that's the core. The actual most interesting part of Tetris is that exponentially increasing score.
Determining the risk-reward
Yeah,
system.
and the very first version, you know, Alexei didn't create that. And obviously, it's just a no-brainer. Someone was going to come up with that. However, it is interesting to me that even when the game had the most crude, sort of simplistic scoring system, apparently people still found it incredibly addictive.
Oh yeah,
right out the beginning.
Yes, Harry has been grinding. He'll definitely need the break. That is Adam Cornelius, ladies and gentlemen. He is. What's your official name?
Yeah, 2.
He's long bar numbered 1 or 2. I met this man back at CGE in Las Vegas in 2010. They had a small little booth up promoting this movie that they were producing in this first classic Nintendo World Championships thing that was going to be happening in Los Angeles. And there was about one person in his booth, maybe. Nobody was really, caring that much about it. And I chatted with him because it was talking about NWC stuff, which I had a fascination with. And I kind of followed their trail as it went along. And in 2012, I saw the movie wasn't quite finished yet. I met Rob Mihar and Thor Ackerland at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo when it was in a parking garage. And ever since, I've been a super fan. So now I get to be here, and it's great. Talking to all you people who become super fans. It's a big tree of something. My metaphors escape me.
I was at the first Portland Retro Gaming Expo I went to was in 2009, and that's where I met Robin for the first time. It's kind of a funny story because at that point I had started exploring the idea of making some kind of Tetris documentary about Harry, but I really didn't know. I'd never even heard of Thor at that point.
Right.
And I saw someone was having a Tetris tournament, and I was like, wow, I'm in the right place, because I just randomly popped in not knowing what to expect, and it kind of had that swap meet feel. It was very
it was in a
low-key.
parking garage, wasn't it?
No, it was
it wasn't even there yet.
No, in 2009 it was in like a hotel kind of convention room. And anyway, I saw people playing Tetris, and I was like, these guys are terrible. What are they doing? Why are they skipping Tetrises? Because they were playing NWC, but I didn't know what NWC was, so I just saw all these people building these really high walls and thinking they must be idiots. Naturally the first thing you think is what?
Right. Oh, yeah, I'm better than no.
Yeah.
Just like half the YouTube comments on our channel.
Yeah, exactly.
You were that guy. Come on.
Oh, I'm obviously the best Tetris player here.
You got like 10 minutes. This is it.
10 minutes is it.
You're in. You are in. You are a real legend. Not one of those hyperinflated adjective bad legends that I got included with somehow. Sorry to interrupt.
Well, so the end of the story is, of course, Robin was holding a Nintendo World Championships, event on the reproduction cartridges, which we're having one here at Retro City Fest, as you guys know. And I had never even heard of Nintendo World Championships, even though I am the perfect age. I'm the same age as Trey and Thor, maybe 1 year off.
Did you not read your Nintendo Power, son?
Well, you know why? Because I begged my parents for a TurboGrafx 16.
Oh, you were that kid.
I was I was already leaving the NES era in the dust with no regrets.
Yeah.
And so when everyone else was dreaming of Mario 3 and the greatness of NWC, I was playing Keith Courage and Alpha Zones and Blazing Lasers and all that good stuff.
That ironically makes you a beta zone. Chris Tang in the house, by the way. Hey.
Chris Tang!
Jeff's not even here and he gets Tetrises. He's amazing.
Oh, that's the photo op right here. We always love our
the
Boom Tetris
TurboGrafx
Joe.
16 kid playing Keith Courage and Blazing Lasers, which is awesome.
Well,
Keith Courage not so much.
That system did have some cool games. I really liked, oh gosh, like Legendary Axe and Bonk. Everyone had Bonk.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, so that was a system that, you know, it's one of the more collectible systems. People really like it. This weird kind of funky art. The cartridges are just these weird little like credit card things.
Yep.
Like sort of like a giant SD card.
Right.
So it has all these quirks about it that make it a fun system.
I love how you can only have one controller unless you bought another adapter.
Yeah, and it was
Microsoft wouldn't even do that.
It was also like kind of prohibitively expensive there at first.
Right.
It was like $400, which was a lot of money at the time. And then they brought out their CD system, and that was like even more. So.
But no Tetris on TurboGrafx PC Engine.
Yeah, did TurboGrafx have any kind of puzzle games? It
Clax.
must have. They had Clax.
It was the 90s. It was time for Clax.
The game that our family really, as a family, glommed onto was Alien Crush.
Oh, those are awesome.
Those are great games. So I know this is riveting for everyone on the chat to hear these old stories of gaming. So thanks for listening.
Oh no.
I think if I had like lots of expendable income, I would probably try to get a TurboGrafx set. You know, like get the complete set.
Wow, son.
That'd be fun. Kicks is a cool game. I enjoy Kicks. Clax less so. Clax, anything that's just color matching, I find kind of bland, personally.
Dr. Mario's terrible.
The game that you're the greatest at?
Yeah.
The game that you're a legend at?
The game that I'm a legend at.
Dr. Mario is, I can deal with. It has color matching games.
They use the same math as Tetris.
But Columns is stupid. Columns and Clax, I don't know. I just can't get down with those games.
Columns had the right idea, but the combos you really couldn't control. Puyo did it right.
Columns is too easy. You can like...
If you play on 4 colors, Columns is ridiculous. It's that game you could sit down for an hour or two and just go, and it's fun.
Then you realize it has no skill, yeah.
But Puyo, that system was bananas.
Now, do you find that your Dr. Mario skills translate pretty well to Puyo?
It went the other way around. I got better at Dr. Mario because of Puyo.
Oh?
Well, the chain-making portion, which is the oddity that was the Nintendo World Championships 2015, was a Dr. Mario score attack, which nobody ever does. And Puyo definitely helped me with that. So we got D-Lo doing strong for his final game. We got Harry going pretty strong. What is the cutoff at the moment? There's the drama. Is D-Lo getting into the bracket tomorrow? He's going to have a long... D-Lo's going to be one of the legends, the real legends in the NWC competition tomorrow. Him and Chris Tang and champion Bob Whiteman and 1994 champion Mike Iarosa will be playing the 4 finalists.
Well, it looks like
in the Legends versus Leaders.
It looks like the cutoff is still 568, so 568. Not much has changed as far as our bracket.
Play it a little safe.
Let me verify that. Hey Trey, does this still look up to date? Okay. Because it's live, like if I open it, it's live, right? Okay.
Harry going into beast mode here.
All right, Harry, yet again on pace for a max. Even though he hasn't quite hit the max.
Oh, D-Lo, you what?
I had no choice.
D-Lo playing the long game. He's better than me. I should give my commentary to that.
Just told everyone it's the final game.
Okay. Luke Sauce says 6:12 is the cutoff. So I guess...
I'm not getting long over.
Okay, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us for the West Coast Qualifier qualifying section. And that will be the last game. And we really encourage everyone who's been competing to take a break.
Yeah.
See you tonight. Yeah, I'm
get
gonna
some lunch.
They're gonna be done at 5.
And be sure to join us at 3 p.m. for the main event. That's going to be the top 8. We're going to battle it out head-to-head, one-on-one matches to determine who will win the free trip to Portland, Oregon to compete in the Classic Tetris World Championship.
Yep, no D-Lo.
Yeah. But I mean, you should hang out. Like, you should
come on right now, man. Come,
you should
come
say
talk
hi.
for a second.
But I will try to be here when I'm not there.
Totally, yeah, and feel free to come. Just
we're talking right now.
Yeah, man, for sure. So what's the Street Fighter format?
It's double elimination. There's 4 Street Fighter games that they're having, and they did the hyper fighting one. I came in second. I did really well.
Good.
And
nice.
Turbo is at 3, and tomorrow is Street Fighter 3 Third Strike and Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Awesome. Well, can
That's
I
the
announce
World
that to the
Series.
stream? That you got second in hyper fighting?
Sure.
Hey guys, we just found out that our own Chris Tang got second place in the Street Fighter Hyper Fighting tournament here at the Retro City Fest. So, congrats to Chris Tang, good job. And he's got 3 more.
Yep.
He's got 3 more Street Fighter.
And today and tomorrow, Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Yeah, he's going to compete in Super Turbo, Street Fighter 3, and Street Fighter Alpha 3. So let's see if Chris Tang can get a championship. Go out there and get one for us.
Yep, almost got one just now.
We're counting on you. What's your character?
Ken. Usually Ken.
He's a Ken player, so, you know, that's my favorite.
980. Harry Hong.
Harry Hong's doing his best Ben Mullen impression with like 5 one-aways.
900Ks.
How many one-aways?
Huh?
How many one-aways?
4 or 5?
Yeah, we're talking 4 or 5 one-aways. That's incredible. Well, great job, Harry. Good work. Get some rest. Get some lunch.
Press down. I'm kidding.